Hey, what is up, guys? Rules for Rebels here, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how Jet.com turned a poor customer experience into a fantastic one. In this video today, there's really two things I want to get across to you. A lesson in customer service and connecting with your customers. So if you watched my video yesterday, it was about Shopify and how making your About Us page a very personalized one can make customers trust you, can make customers relate to you, and can make customers want to do business with you. And I felt like this experience I had with Jet.com took a lot of those same sentiments into account in terms of how they handle their customer service. And I had a complaint with a purchase I made on Jet.com the other day. And Jet.com didn't say, hey, we'll give you $50. Hey, we'll give you free shipping. They didn't have to give me anything free. And I still wound up being really, really happy with my experience with them. And I will order from them again. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that story. The aspect of how they handle their customer service I also thought was very interesting. In this day and age, a lot of people complain about poor customer service, non-existent customer service being outsourced to India or Panama and not being able to understand a customer service agent or not being able to get anything resolved. And I think the way that Jet.com not only uses US-based customer service who responds quickly, but also really takes advantage of the fact that they do that is a really cool one. There's very few companies that go like way above and beyond in terms of customer satisfaction. A couple that come to mind are Zappos and a few others. If you can think of your own ones or if you have an experience to share, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. But hang with me for a few minutes and I'll tell you guys a story and show you guys kind of exactly what happened. Okay, so I ordered a heated dog bed or heated dog floor for my two dogs to lay on. So this is how the box was shipped. Now, keep in mind, normally when you ship something, you're either going to put it in a poly bag or a corrugated cardboard box. And this is because it's wintertime, and even if it's not wintertime, it rains, it's to protect the item from the elements, right? Now, I don't know if you guys can see here, but this is basically like the factory box. If you were to go into like PetSmart and buy, a dog floor heater off the shelf, it would come in a box like this. This cardboard is very thin and cheap. There's really nothing holding it closed at the top or bottom, but like a flimsy little cardboard tab. So personally, as somebody in e-commerce, I was appalled that somebody would just slap a sticker on this and ship it like this. I personally would probably put it in an additional cardboard box, or at the very least, put this cardboard box into a poly bag to protect it from water and things like that. So I wind up getting home from work, and I have a box just like this laying on my front porch. At this point, I brought it inside the house, but the dog bed was actually hanging outside of the box, laying on my patio in the rain. It had actually been snowing here in Chicago lately, but we had a warmer day the other day, and it rained. So the box was soaking wet. The heated dog bed, which is an electronic, mind you, was flying outside of the box. When I went to pick the box up, it wound up sliding out of the bottom. So just very poor packaging. I'm actually shocked that this item actually even wound up making it to my house and that the actual heated dog floor didn't fly out in the shipping facility and get separated from the box or something like that. So again, like I said, I'm into e-commerce. So I'm like, really? Is somebody seriously shipping like this? One other thing I'd like to add, this isn't some small mom and pop shop shipping out of their house. This is like a big company that manufactures their own dog houses and things like that. So I found it even more appalling that they would find this an acceptable way to ship. And like I said, this was my first purchase on Jet.com. So I wasn't sure whether this is actually like from Jet.com or if they use third-party shippers like Amazon does. It turns out they do use third-party shippers. So like I said, I placed an order for the first time on Jet.com. My package arrived hanging out of the box. Not only that, the shipping job was abysmal. I was kind of pissed. Jet.com wound up managing, and this is the dog bed I ordered. Jet.com wound up turning a bad situation into a good one. And one part of the reason I wanted to make this video, in addition to just kind of showing what I liked about how they handled everything and how they do their customer service, I feel like a lot of people love to complain about companies and products and everything else, but very few people take the time to praise a company or a person when they do a good job. So I just wanted to go out of my way and say, I do appreciate how they handle things and wanted to kind of give them props for that. And again, this is going to tie into the video about Shopify yesterday, about kind of personalizing yourself and not trying to be this mega corporation like a lot of people try to do. So yesterday I made a video about Shopify About Us pages. I'm going to show you guys how this connects to being a real person behind the company. So in the Shopify About Us video, I talked about how everybody wants to seem like very corporate, like we are Zyrtec drones and we make drones. Whereas somebody else, if you watch the video, may be like, hey, we're Jim and Joe, and we're avid campers, and we're bringing you camping goods. I think that's a better way of doing things. The second lesson we can learn from this is play the long-term game. Don't be short-sighted about losing money over a return or having to take time to deal with customers. Long-term customers who are going to be return customers are going to make you a lot more money than taking in a refund is going to cost you, or than reshipping out a product is going to cost you. So I had emailed Jet.com, basically told them I was appalled by the shipping job, everything else, and they emailed me back and they said, "Hi, John, thank you for being part of Jet. I hope you're having a great night." So, just kind of a nice whatever, how you doing? I had no idea we carried dog beds. I need to check these out. I have 2 dogs under 10 pounds myself, and I'm happy to hear the item worked. I do agree that the package does have some cause for concern. So she personalized herself to me and related me because she also has dogs, right? Your description was really great and helped me relay feedback about the packaging of the bed. If you happen to have photos of the packaging, I would really love it if you could respond with them. This will help me relay the feedback best as possible. So, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, we're really sorry," blah blah blah, and move on to the next customer, and they really don't give a shit about your complaint. She's actually asking me for photos. So she actually wants to investigate this. She actually wants to make sure it's not going to happen again. I definitely don't want this to happen again, as she goes on to say. Please feel free to add my feedback or send anything you find helpful as well to feedback@jet.com. We are here for you 24/7. Feel free to call or email anytime. Warmest regards, Ariel M. So you notice if you ever get an email back from Amazon, they don't put a person behind the email. You don't have any contact. It's like Amazon. So the next time I respond back, I'm going to get a totally different customer service agent who has no idea about the situation. And I don't really feel like I'm dealing with a person. I feel like I'm getting form letters and things like that. And that definitely wasn't the case with Jet.com. So why was I happy with this? They were really quick. Within 30 minutes, I had a response. It's pretty awesome in my opinion. Number 2, Ariel personalized herself to me by telling me she had dogs. She understood my frustration and acknowledged it's not how things should be packaged or not how things should be done. I wasn't offered a discount or anything, but I didn't really care. She asked for photos, so they actually give a shit about investigating a problem, and wasn't just "oh, we're so sorry, let's move on to the next customer." And then lastly, in my opinion, one of the coolest things and most interesting parts about how they handled their customer service is something I'm about to show you right now. So after our interaction, I get a survey, right? How was your interaction with Ariel? And they personalize it, right? Ariel, she's from Heber, Utah. She's a concert enthusiast, adventure lover, and jack of all trades on his journey through life with my husband and 3 furry babies. So she's got 3 dogs. I got a picture of her. And one other thing I thought was really cool about it, actually, it's kind of funny, right? This is like very social media-like because I'm not dealing with Jet.com corporate. I'm actually dealing with a real person. And I went to show this to my girlfriend because I thought it was kind of neat, and she was like, "What the hell are you on Tinder?" She said this looked like a dating page, which I do kind of agree, or I can see why she would have thought that. But I thought that was pretty funny. My girlfriend's like, "Are you on Tinder?" But really no, this is just Jet.com's customer service, and they asked me to rate my experience with Ariel and how she handled my complaint. Right? Well, it gets even cooler in my opinion. So look at this. So the next thing, here's where I rate her. Ariel was great. If you think we should recognize Ariel and reward Ariel for doing a great job with a small gift, please select one of the options below. So I could say you should give her a coffee, you should give her a lunch, or you should give her a product. And I thought this was really cool and just kind of further went to kind of personalize the whole situation, that you're not dealing with Jet.com LLC. You're actually dealing with a real person. They obviously value their employees. They obviously value their customers. And I just thought that was kind of a really cool way to handle customer service. So what left me so happy about this interaction, which started off very poorly? So had they not had such a great customer service experience for me, I probably wouldn't have gone back to Jet.com and ordered again. I've heard of Jet.com before, but I'd never really used it in the past. I really didn't know too much about it. I just happened to be shopping for a dog bed on Google Shopping. They happen to have the lowest price below Amazon and Walmart and PetSmart and every other store, so that's why I decided to go with them. My box arrived poorly, which really was no fault of Jet.com. It was actually their third-party seller who really my complaint was with. But they responded very fast to my complaint. They had USA customer service in a time when customer service seems to be dead. How many times when you complain about something or contact a company, do you get back a form letter where you can tell they didn't even read your complaint, Or how many times do you call and it's a call center, over in India or Panama or wherever else, and the person you're talking to can't help you with anything, so you have to ask for a supervisor and sit on hold for 10 minutes to be transferred over. With Jet.com, a real person in the USA who I could actually communicate with and who could actually solve my problem responded back to me quickly. I think that was awesome. And then lastly, I thought it was very cool way of responding to complaints, how they turned it into a social media type interaction with a real person with real interests and things like that behind the agent or behind the company. And like I said, in the video I did yesterday about Shopify, about me pages, I talked about how there's a lot of stores where I know it's just some kid drop shipping out of his bedroom, but he wants to talk like we are Zyrtec drones and we sell the highest, and there's really nothing personalized about the situation. And then I showed you a couple other about me pages. I think one was at what was it, Huckberry Survival Goods, where it was actually two guys who started the business out of their house, left their jobs to pursue this business. They had pictures and quotes and other things that kind of tied into their story, and they turned it into a very personalized, very relatable, very social media type experience. And I thought it was kind of cool how Jet.com did the very same thing. So, I just wanted to kind of make this video to give some props to Jet.com for doing a good job with things, and B, to kind of, I thought it really kind of tied in with the Shopify video we did yesterday about the About Me pages. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. I think a lot of times when, e-commerce people like yourself and me get into e-commerce, yeah, we all know customer service is important, but we want to focus on driving traffic to our store and getting sales and making money. And a lot of times I think we overlook customer service, when customer service is what's going to get those customers coming back to you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. If so, please give the video a thumbs up. Please feel free to share it. If you've never shopped on Jet.com, I would highly recommend them. This isn't a sponsored video. There's no affiliate links. I really just wanted to pay them a compliment, and also hopefully with your guys' e-commerce stores, you can take a lesson from this story and maybe incorporate some of the things that Jet.com did that made me happy. So thanks for watching. If you have similar stories, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we will catch you on the next video, guys.